Hi guys, it's Mrs. Clifton here. I am going to review the drag and drop equations. For this one, I went ahead and I printed with everything inserted so that I can review with you guys. So every time that you have a multi-step equation, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and start with the distributive property. I went ahead and I chose 5 different colors so that I can color code for you guys. So this here is distributive property. What is distributive property? Anytime you have some parentheses, you're going to have to distribute like this. So distribute means multiply. So green goes with green on these drag and drop equations. The next thing you would do is combine like terms. So you would combine like terms. Since there is nothing to combine, we're going to say there are no like terms, and we're going to put that in blue. The third step, you would move the variable to the left. You need to remember you're going to do the same steps every time. And it's going to look like this. This is orange. The fourth step is you're going to move the constants to the right. Again, you're going to be doing the same thing for every slide. And finally, at the end, you're going to divide by the coefficient to find the value of n. So I went ahead and I color coded. You can pause my video if you need time to do this, but I'm going to go ahead and go to the next one. So the next one, again, has been done for you. You start with distributive property on step 1. Step 2, we do the same thing. We combine like terms. Step 3 is the same. Move the variable to the left. Step 4, move the constants to the right. Step 5, divide by your coefficient. Again, if you need more time, you can pause the video. All right, so let's go through equation number 3. We know that we must begin with the distributive property, right? So go ahead and do this here. Okay? Then you got to think which of these equations has parentheses where we must distribute, which is here. So on your end, you're going to have to go ahead and drag it over. Step number 2 for me will be in blue. So the next step that we would do is absolutely we would combine like terms, which is here. Okay, now you got to think which equation shows us combining like terms. If you see there's highlighted stuff here. Combine like terms. Step 3 will be in orange. Again, step 3 is you move the variable to the left. So this goes there. And now you got to find where did they move the variable. They moved it right here. Step number 4 will be purple. So we move the constants to the right. So put this in that box. Constants moved here. And our last step will be dividing by that coefficient, which is red. And this is red. So go ahead and move boxes where you need to move them to, please. The next one, again, we start with distributive property. I'm going to keep the same colors. Okay. Do you see anything with parentheses? Because I do not. So we're going to move this here that says no distributive property to here. Okay. We keep the same color. So step number 2 is, of course, combining like terms. Unfortunately, guys, there are no like terms. So go ahead and put that here. Step 3 is orange, where we move the variable to the left and use the inverse. So move that here. And we've moved the variable here. Next step is purple. So we move the constants to the right. And that's what I've done here. And that matches there. I just put an arrow so you know what goes where. And then my last step would be dividing by the coefficient to find the value of the letter C. Again, if you need to pause, pause. I'm going to move on to the next one. I'm going to go pretty quick here for time purposes. Distributive property. I see distributive here because I see the parentheses. So move this box here. The next one will be blue. So this goes there. And this is your like terms that goes here. My next step is orange. We move the variable to the left. So this orange box goes here. Okay. And where did they move the variable to the left? I see it over here. So this box goes here. Insert it there. Move constants to the right. Ta-da! And they moved them here. And lastly, in red, we divide by the coefficient. And here is the last box. I know there's a little bit of moving around. Go ahead and do that one. I'm going to go over the very last one. Again, this one here, we start off with distributive property. You look for distributive property. Bum, bum, bum. I see it right here. So move that over to there. The next one is blue. We need to combine like terms. Stays the same. Combine like terms. Since there are no like terms, we're going to move that here. And then we're going to do orange next. So step 3 is orange. Step 3 is always the same. You move the variables to the left here. So move that there. And then they've moved them to the left here. So this box goes there. My next color is purple. The opposite of left is right, so we're going to move constants to the right and use the inverse. And they've done that here, so that goes there. And last but not least, we need to divide by the coefficient to find the value of x. Voila! Go ahead and finish. Don't forget to submit, please.